Monsoon precipitation drumming loudly on the tin, letting the joyful, spectacular festival begin. Splashing exuberantly inside the overflowing street, stomping the pavement with remarkably energetic feet. Droplets are bouncing perfectly off the window pane, washing away all the frustrating accumulated strain.
Clouds are releasing a massive restorative flood, soaking our clothing and mixing the dirt into mud. Speakers are blasting a heavy, magnificent groove, forcing absolutely everybody's body to move.
Leaping excitedly into the wonderful, humid air, throwing away every single lingering, bothersome care. Temperature dropping down, smiles across the town. Water is pouring fast, having an absolute blast. Reggae rain falling heavily to cleanse the entire earth, celebrating a massive, beautiful communal rebirth. Dancing frantically until the ultimate break of day, letting the music wash every negative problem away. Soak up the tempo and thoroughly drench your soul, losing completely any semblance of rigid control.
Umbrellas are useless when the party is this extreme, living inside a wonderfully wet, exhilarating green party, and wildly beneath the invisible hidden moon. Jump enthusiastically whenever the bass line drops. Nobody cares if the torrential downpour never stops.
Hair is completely ruined, but my spirit is flying high, looking incredibly grateful up at the weeping sky. Rivers are forming rapidly alongside the avenue, experiencing a thrill that is absolutely fresh and new. Singing at maximum volume alongside the thunderclap, putting this neighborhood permanently onto the map. Temperature dropping down, smiles across the town. Water is pouring fast, having an absolute blast. Reggae rain falling heavily to cleanse the entire earth, celebrating a massive, beautiful communal rebirth. Dancing frantically until the ultimate break of day, letting the music wash every negative problem away. Soak up the tempo and thoroughly drench your soul, losing completely any semblance of rigid control. Let the heavens open up and pour the blessings down, transforming totally this dry and suffocating town. Water and rhythm combining to heal the human race, putting a remarkably massive grin on every face. Jump up, get soaked, feel the beat, fire stoked. Reggae rain falling heavily to cleanse the entire earth, celebrating a massive, beautiful communal rebirth. Dancing frantically until the ultimate break of day, letting the music wash every negative problem away. Soak up the tempo and thoroughly drench your soul, losing completely any semblance of Slicing open ripe papaya on the wooden chopping block, ignoring the relentless ticking of the kitchen clock. Mango juices dripping stickily upon my bare skin, letting the equatorial feverish heat begin. My car screeching loudly from the highest balcony, living in a constant state of vibrant ecstasy.
Yeah. Sweat trickling rapidly straight down my spine, drinking deeply from a flask of fermented palm wine, chopping sugar cane fiercely with a rusted machete, feeling incredibly energized. I'm burdened and sweaty, humidity wrapping tightly like a thick woolen blanket, wearing a traditional hand-woven beaded anklet.
Temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover, tropical heartbeats intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest, pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later, thriving abundantly within this lush fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburned paradise as our own.
Roasting sweet plantains over the open charcoal grill, listening to the mockingbird singing loud and shrill. Carry massive bunches of yellow bananas down the hill, working energetically with the dedicated focus will.
Dirt staining heavily upon my callous bare feet, embracing the challenge and suffocating midday heat, weaving elaborate baskets from dried flexible leaves, seeking brief shelter underneath the thatched eaves, with cracking coconuts violently against the jagged stone, feeling the vibration travel straight into the bone, spices wafting pungently throughout the entire courtyard, loving this existence even when it gets extremely hard. Oh, temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover, tropical heartbeats intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest, pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later, thriving abundantly within this lush fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburned paradise as our own. High level of prep, feel the pulse, taste the sweet, stomp the ground, bring the heat. Tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest, pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later, thriving abundantly within this lush fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburned paradise as our own. Beat goes on, sun burns bright, tropical love, day and night. Yeah. steadily beyond the final breaking point, soothing every single aching muscle and tired joint. Sitting calmly on the customized fiberglass board, listening to the magnificent crashing ocean chord, waiting patiently for the absolute perfect set, silhouetted darkly against the fading violet.
Applying sticky wax onto the slippery deck, securing the safety leash tightly around my neck. Scanning the distant horizon for a massive bump, preparing myself for the exhilarating sudden jump.
Water temperature dropping as the evening arrives, appreciating the simplicity of these coastal lights. Current pulling deep, ocean goes to sleep, colors turning dark, glowing like a spark. Indigo waves curling beautifully in the fading light, offering a spectacular, breathtaking, aquatic sight, gliding effortlessly across the massive liquid wall, bracing myself to survive the inevitable fall. Riding the majestic surface of this purple sea, experiencing the ultimate form of being free.
Carving aggressively into the steep watery face, moving with unparalleled athletic and fluid grace. Spray flying backwards into the cool evening wind, leaving all the daily complications far behind. Dropping low to avoid the heavy crushing lip, maintaining an incredibly firm, unyielding grip.
Kicking backwards and plunging underneath the foam, feeling utterly contented inside the salty home. Surfacing quickly to catch a deep, refreshing breath, conquering the primal instinctual fear of death. Floating silently as the celestial bodies appear, realizing there is absolutely nothing left to fear. Current pulling deep, ocean goes to sleep, colors turning dark, glowing like a spark. Indigo waves curling beautifully in the fading light, offering a spectacular, breathtaking, aquatic sight, gliding effortlessly across the massive liquid wall, bracing myself to survive the inevitable fall. Riding the majestic surface of this purple sea, experiencing the ultimate form of being free. Gravity behaved differently upon this moving floor, washing every anxious thought directly to the shore. Let the immense tide carry us wherever it may choose. We literally have nothing important left to lose. Paddle out, catch the swell, ride it down, all is well. Indigo waves curling beautifully in the fading light, offering a spectacular, breathtaking, aquatic sight, gliding effortlessly across the massive liquid wall, bracing myself to survive the inevitable fall. Riding the majestic surface of this purple sea, experiencing the ultimate form of being free. Wash ashore, tide recedes, ocean flow fills all our needs. fires in the youthful mind, leaving antiquated rules behind. Stepping boldly forward, marching straight, refusing to accept the passive fate. Raising banners high into the air, showing everyone we truly care.
Breaking shackles, binding up our wrists, raising up our liberated fists, speaking absolute and righteous truth, inspiring the marginalized youth, tearing down the walls of Babylon, singing anthems till the break of dawn.
Voices echoing, hear the people sing, revolution calls. Watch the empire fall. Rebels shine, radiating brilliant golden rays, lighting up the darkest and the gloomiest of days. We possess the power to completely change the world, watching every flag of liberty unfurl. Keep the rebel shine burning vividly and fierce, let the beam of justice thoroughly pierce.
Overcoming every barricade, refusing to be silenced or afraid. System tries to keep the masses blind, but we possess a highly focused mind, speaking loudly to the microphone, claiming back the kingly righteous throne. Warriors of peace and unity, forging our own brilliant destiny, standing shoulder to collective shoulder, growing braver, smarter, vastly bolder, marching firmly on the avenue, painting skies a brighter shade of blue. Voices echoing, hear the people sing, revolution calls. Watch the empire fall. Rebels shine, radiating brilliant golden rays, lighting up the darkest and the gloomiest of days. We possess the power to completely change the world, watching every flag of liberty unfurl. Keep the rebel shine burning vividly and fierce, let the beam of justice thoroughly pierce. No dictator can suppress the rising sun. Our collective battle has already been won. Let the optimism shatter every chain, let the revolution pour like heavy rain. Stand up, Speak out,
burn bright,
win the fight.
stand up,
Speak out,
burn bright, win the fight. Shine, radiating brilliant golden rays, lighting up the darkest and the gloomiest of days. Oh, we possess the power to completely change the world, watching every flag of liberty unfurl. Keep the rebel shine burning vividly and fierce, let the beam of justice thoroughly pierce. Keep shining, rebels rise, golden fire in our eyes. Zinc roofs rattling from the thunderstorm, shivering because we cannot keep warm. Empty bellies aching through the night, praying for a tiny glimpse of light. Concrete yards are flooded by the drain, endless cycles of historic pain.
Politicians telling blatant lies,
police cries, gunshots ringing in the neighborhood. Misunderstood and rarely doing good. Poverty is striking like a whip, sinking down like a forgotten ship. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched on tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the pebbles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place.
Sirens wailing, flashing bloody red. Another innocent young brother dead, begging for some basic human rights. Surviving through the terrifying frights. Shadows stretching long across the wall, waiting for the government to fall. Grandmothers are praying on their knees, asking heaven for a gentle breeze. Scrubbing ragged clothing in the tub, eating nothing but some meager grub. Searching for a crumb of daily bread, hoping that the children can be fed. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Rising from the ashes of this poverty and grief, finding ultimate and permanent relief. Cry no more, dry your eyes, see the sun finally rise. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Wipe the tears, trenched down cries, Lord, hear our sighs. Harvesting the bitter crops beneath the blistering equator, fearing the relentless lash from a cruel, unfeeling dictator. Sweat dripping profusely into the dry, unforgiving soil, condemned to a miserable lifetime of unpaid, grueling toil. Humming ancient lullabies to comfort the orphan child,
stripped of our dignity in a landscape brutally wild.
Frigates crossing the Atlantic, loaded with human cargo, enduring the horrific conditions of a merciless embargo.
Chained tightly together within the wooden ship's belly, bones growing fragile and muscles turning to jelly. Remembering the distant shores of a stolen motherland, forced them to servitude upon this unfamiliar sandy strand. Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves.
Escaping into the treacherous mountains to live free, forming hidden societies beneath the mahogany tree, plotting rebellions in the absolute dead of night, willing to sacrifice everything for a fundamental right, sharpening machetes to sever the oppressor's hold. Stories of legendary bravery remain forever told,
Preserving our heritage through rhythmic cultural expression, refusing to succumb completely to this massive oppression, cooking traditional meals to nourish the weak in flesh, hoping that tomorrow morning brings a beginning fresh, tending to the wounded with herbal secret remedies, overcoming the most devastating brutal tragedies. Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves.
we endure because our roots are infinitely strong, writing the historical unimaginable. We get wrong, bloodlines carry the resilience of 1,000 kings. Eventually the oppressed can carry triumphant blessings.
Remember them, honor the past, straying from maze, built to last. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Dancing in a velvet masquerade, mask across my eyes, adopting a beautiful, intricate, and complete disguise. Slipping unnoticed through the heavy mahogany door, gliding silently across the polished marble floor, observing the patrons engaging in deceitful games, whispering affectionately, using completely fake names.
Leaning casually against the dimly lit corridor, waiting patiently for the imminent midnight call. Watching your elegant silhouette move across the room, emerging gracefully from the surrounding heavy gloom. Adjusting the collar of my tailored jet black suit, remaining exceptionally observant and completely mute. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault, nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Stepping purposefully onto the crowded dancing space, matching your remarkably complex and rhythmic pace, holding your waist with an incredibly firm command, guiding your movements exactly as I originally planned, avoiding the bright swinging beams of the spotlight, keeping our interaction completely out of direct sight.
Following your incredibly precise and calculated lead, fulfilling my unspoken, deeply buried romantic needs. Skirts flaring dramatically with every sudden turn, allowing this forbidden, passionate infatuation to burn, leaving no fingerprints or any traceable clues behind, playing manipulative tricks upon the vulnerable mind. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault, nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. The fantastic mystery, we are creating our own anonymous history. Let the darkness conceal our most intimate desires, fueling these hidden, unextinguishable, roaring fires. Hide your face, take my hand, step in time as we plan. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with disguising venomous, deceitful snakes, selling cheap illusions that the wicked empire proudly makes. Velvet curtains hiding all the suffering and silent cries, drowning in a massive ocean filled with artificial lies. Golden idols polished brightly, begging to be worshipped now, demanding that the righteous people compromise and humbly bow.
Chariots of silver rolling proudly down the avenue, promising a fake utopia and totally distorted view. Pharaohs of the modern era counting up their paper bills, manufacturing diseases, selling us the poison pills,
Testing my morality with beautifully wrapped deceit. Spiritual warfare happening directly on the street. Vanity is loud, walking in the crowd, guarding up the soul, taking back control. Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted against the roaring of the beast, rejecting invitations to the devil's filthy feast.
Kings and politicians trading favors in the back room, sending innocent civilians blindly to their early doom. Cameras are watching every single footstep that we take, trying to determine which exact commandment we will break, refusing to participate in this corrupt machinery, seeing past the beautifully painted fake scenery. Diamonds are seducing me with fascinating sharp reflections, offering completely hollow, meaningless connections. Serpents whispering persistently inside my weary ear, trying to manipulate my insecurities and fear. But my faith is heavily armored, shining like a massive shield. I will absolutely never surrender, and I will never yield. Vanity is loud, walking in the crowd, guarding up the soul, taking back control. Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted against the roaring of the beast, rejecting invitations to the devil's filthy feast. Full of change, keep
harvesting the bitter crops beneath the blistering equator, fearing the relentless lash from a cruel, unfeeling dictator. Sweat dripping profusely into the dry, unforgiving soil, condemned to a miserable lifetime of unpaid, grueling toil. Humming ancient lullabies to comfort the orphan child, stripped of our dignity in a landscape brutally wild.
Frigates crossing the Atlantic loaded with human cargo, enduring the horrific conditions of a merciless embargo. Chained tightly together within the wooden ship's belly, bones growing fragile and muscles turning to jelly, remembering the distant shores of a stolen motherland, forced into servitude upon this unfamiliar sandy strand.
Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe.
Singing ornaments to the rolling,
unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves.
skipping into the treacherous mountains to live free, forming hidden societies beneath the mahogany tree, plotting rebellions in the absolute dead of night, willing to sacrifice everything for a fundamental right, sharpening machetes to sever the oppressor's hold. Stories of legendary bravery remain forever told,
Preserving our heritage through rhythmic cultural expression, refusing to succumb completely to this massive oppression, cooking traditional meals to nourish the weakened flesh, hoping that tomorrow morning brings a beginning fresh, tending to the wounded with herbal secret remedies, overcoming the most devastating brutal tragedies. Generations bearing scars, gazing up in foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe.
singing ornaments to the rolling,
Unforgiving waves
honoring the memory.
of the fiercely defiant slaves. We endure because our roots are infinitely strong, righting the historical, unimaginable wicked wrong. Bloodlines carry the resilience of 1,000 kings. Eventually the oppressed canary triumphantly sings.
Remember them,
Honor the past, strength remains, built to last. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe. Singing ornaments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves. Ancestors weep, Caribbean cries, spirits ascend into the skies. Dancing in a velvet masquerade, mask across my eyes, adopting a beautiful, intricate and complete disguise. Slipping unnoticed through the heavy mahogany door, gliding silently across the polished marble floor, observing the patrons engaging in deceitful games, whispering affectionately, using completely fake names.
Leaning casually against the dimly lit corridor wall, waiting patiently for the imminent midnight call.
Watching your elegant silhouette move across the room, emerging gracefully from the surrounding heavy gloom. Adjusting the collar of my tailored jet black suit, remaining exceptionally observant and completely mute. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault. Nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were.
Stepping purposefully onto the crowded dancing space, matching your remarkably complex and rhythmic pace, holding your waist with an incredibly firm command, guiding your movements exactly as I originally planned, avoiding the bright swinging beams of the spotlight, keeping our interaction completely out of direct sight.
Following your incredibly precise and calculated lead, fulfilling my unspoken, deeply buried romantic needs. Skirts flaring dramatically with every sudden turn, allowing this forbidden passion, infatuation to burn, leaving no fingerprints or any traceable clues behind, playing manipulative tricks upon the vulnerable mind. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault. Nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Illumination only ruins the fantastic mystery we are creating, our own anonymous history. Let the darkness conceal our most intimate desires, fueling these hidden, unextinguishable, roaring fires. Hide your face, take my hand, step in time as we blend. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, Sirens wailing loudly while the urban hustlers meet. Concrete jungle shadows hiding secrets in the dark. Graffiti painted heavily across the public park. Taxis rushing blindly through the heavy pouring rain. City life is pumping like the blood inside a vein.
Asphalt burning hot despite the chilly midnight hour. Skyscrapers are towering, projecting wealth and power. Alleyways are filled with speakers blasting every bass. Everybody trying hard to win the rat race.
Dealers on the corner making moves without a sound. Survival of the fittest in this busy, ruthless town. Clock strikes 12, the pavement shines. Walking on these dangerous lines. Headlights blinding weary eyes. Underneath the smoggy skies, midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire.
Motorcycles revving, tearing down the avenue. Looking for a brand new thrill, a different point of view. Sirens getting closer, gotta make a quick escape. Dodging every obstacle and stepping out of shade.
Glamour mixed with danger in a crowded, noisy club. Bartenders are pouring liquor at the local pub. Diamonds dripping brightly under artificial lights. Chasing down illusions through the never-ending nights. Clock strikes 12, the pavement shines. Walking on these dangerous lines. Headlights blinding weary eyes. Underneath the smoggy skies, midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire. Stealing glass around us in this architectural maze. Trapped inside a permanent intoxicating daze. Sirens fade to whispers as the dawn approaches fast. Wondering how long this frantic metropolis will last. Watch your back, keep your head down. Survive the night in the concrete town. Down, 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 down. Midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire. The city never sleeps. Kingston weeps. Through the asphalt, the rhythm creeps. Cauldrons boiling furiously underneath the cypress trees. Mixing potent remedies that bring you quickly to your knees. percussion, purple petals into fine and aromatic dust. Cast in ancient hexes, driven heavily by wicked lust. Candles flickering intensely in the middle of the swamp, following the eerie rhythm of the heavy voodoo stomp.
Correction to format. Wait, verse per structure. Swallowing the bitter potion brewed from poisonous roots. Trudging through the muddy bayou, wearing heavy leather boots. Falling deep into a mesmerizing, inescapable trance. Hypnotized completely by your supernatural dance. Serpents hissing quietly among the twisted tangled vines. Drinking up your sinister and heavily enchanted wines.
Spins inside the dark, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poison in my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate mystical confusion.
Alligators watching from the murky green lagoons, howling like a ravenous wolf beneath the silver moons. Wearing talismans to try and ward away the evil ghost, but I am fully captivated by my terrifying host.
Swinging grey pouches violently into the foggy air, smelling wild orchids blooming softly in your raven hair.
Chanting incantations, loudly speaking in a foreign tongue, pulling in the heavy incense deeply down into my lungs. Sacrificing logic for a taste of this forbidden fruit, playing wicked melodies upon a wooden bamboo flute.
Casting heavy shadows on the mossy overgrown terrain, binding both our destinies with invisible iron chain. Pins inside the dark, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poison in my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate and mystical confusion. Absolutely no available antidote, only heavy spells remaining tightly in my throat. Surrendering my willpower to your commanding voice, leaving me without a single rational alternative choice. Spirits wake, potion brew, hexes cast. Bound to you, to love is poisoning my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate and mystical confusion. Under the spell, voodoo tonight, darkness falls, stealing the light. melodies that bring you quickly to your knees. Crushing purple petals into fine and aromatic dust, casting ancient hexes driven heavily by wicked lust. Candles flickering intensely in the middle of the swamp, following the eerie rhythm of the heavy voodoo stomp.
Correction to format.
Wait.
Verse per structure. Swallowing the bitter potion brewed from poisonous roots. Trudging through the muddy bayou, wearing heavy leather boots. Falling deep into a mesmerizing, inescapable trance. Hypnotized completely by your supernatural dance. Serpents hissing quietly among the twisted, tangled vines, drinking up your sinister and heavily enchanted wines.
Pins inside the dark, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate and mystical confusion.
Alligators watching from the murky green lagoons, howling like a ravenous wolf beneath the silver moons, wearing talismans to try and ward away the evil ghost. But I am fully captivated by my terrifying host, swinging big pouches violently into the foggy air, smelling wild orchids blooming softly in your raven hair.
Chanting incantations, loudly speaking in a foreign tongue, pulling in the heavy incense deeply down into my lungs. Sacrificing logic for a taste of this forbidden fruit, playing wicked melodies upon a wooden bamboo flute, casting heavy shadows on the mossy overgrown terrain, binding both our destinies with invisible iron chain. Pins inside the dark, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate and mystical confusion. Only heavy spells remaining tightly in my throat, surrendering my willpower to your commanding voice, leaving me without a single rational alternative choice. Spirits wake, potion brew, hexes cast, bound to you. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Folding up his laundry on the edge of the unmade bed, unable to silence the terrifying scenarios in my head, staring blankly at the photograph sitting on the shelf, feeling like a completely hollow version of myself, waiting by the telephone for a call that never comes, listening to the distant, menacing sound of the street drums.
Corner boys are recruiting the vulnerable, innocent youth, selling them a glamorous fantasy
instead of the ugly truth, handing out weapons to teenagers who should be in school, playing the dangerous game where nobody follows the rules. Another promising future gets tragically, abruptly derailed, realizing the community protection has spectacularly failed. Porch light burning late, staring at the gate, intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat.
Sirens wailing sharply through the cold, unforgiving block, checking the relentless progression of the analog clock. Yellow tape surrounding the concrete basketball court. Another devastating statistic in the evening news report. Judges handing out sentences inside the sterile courtroom, sending the neighborhood boy straight into a concrete tomb. Clutching his favorite jacket tightly against my aching chest, wondering if I truly provided him with the absolute best. Lighting a solitary candle upon the makeshift wooden shrine, praying the universe will give me a single comforting sign. A mother's devotion is a remarkably unbreakable fierce bond, reaching across the physical realm into the great beyond. Porch light burning late, staring at the gate, intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. This systemic tragedy is a terrifying, monstrous breed, gathering the matriarchs to stand united in the square, transforming our monumental grief into a powerful prayer. Hold him close, let him go. Pain is real, tears will flow. For the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. Mother cried
tears for the lost ones, weeping softly for our sons.
Zinc roofs rattling from the thunderstorm, shivering because we cannot keep warm. Empty bellies aching through the night, praying for a tiny glimpse of light. Concrete yards are flooded by the drain, endless cycles of historic pain.
Politicians telling blatant lies, ignoring all the hungry babies' cries. Gunshots ringing in the neighborhood, misunderstood and really doing good.
Poverty is striking like a whip, sinking down like a forgotten ship. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place.
Sirens wailing, flashing bloody red. Another innocent young brother dead, begging for some basic human rights, surviving through the terrifying fright.
Shadows stretching long across the wall, waiting for the government to fall. Grandmothers are praying on their knees, asking heaven for a gentle breeze. Scrubbing ragged clothing in the tub, eating nothing but some meager grub. Searching for a crumb of daily bread, hoping that the children can be fed. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Oppression cannot last for an eternity. Someday we will taste sweet liberty, rising from the ashes of this poverty and grief, finding ultimate and permanent relief. Cry no more, dry your eyes, see the sun finally rise. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Wipe the tears, trenched down cries. Lord, hear our sighs. plundering the merchant galleons out on the open sea, driven purely by an insatiable, overwhelming gluttony, loading heavy wooden chests filled with stolen bullion, commanding an armada resembling a rogue battalion. Swords are clashing loudly upon the slippery upper deck, leaving another devastated, smoking, ruined wreck.
Mutiny is brewing violently down in the lower hold. Sailors whispering conspiracies, acting remarkably bold, sharpening their cutlasses to overthrow the captain's reign, willing to inflict an unbelievable amount of mortal pain. Greed is a venomous viper, biting at the pirates' heel. Betrayal is the only genuine emotion they can feel. Cursed coins stack so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold, dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence of their greed, harvesting the bitter fruit from a highly toxic seed, resting eternally among the barnacles and the coral reef, leaving behind a legacy of piracy, betrayal and grief. Hurricane forces snapping the timber and tearing the sail, realizing that human arrogance will ultimately fail. Giant tentacles emerging from the terrifying murky depth, counting every single agonizing final gasping breath. Cannons rolling uselessly across the deeply slanted floor, knowing they will absolutely never reach
The sandy shore. Skeletons are permanently guarding the shiny doubloons, haunted by the shifting tides and the gravitational moons. Maps are disintegrating slowly into the briny cold sludge, facing the ultimate impartial and unforgiving judge. Wealth cannot purchase salvation. When the whole begins to crack, there's definitively no conceivable way of turning back. Cursed coins stack so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold, dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence of their greed, harvesting the bitter fruit from a highly toxic seed, resting eternally among the barnacles and the coral reef, leaving behind a legacy of piracy, betrayal and grief. Swallow the arrogance of mortal men, washing the slate completely clean to start over again. Treasures of the physical realm are nothing but an illusion,